11-year high of 4.1%.
And while it will mean more pain for mortgage holders, it was comments from the Reserve Bank Governor Phillip Lowe that really did prompt outrage and condemnation. He suggested it would help if people cut back spending or, in some cases, found some additional hours of work. And joining us now, Finance Brokers Association Managing Director Peter White. Peter, morning to you. I understand that you were dumbfounded by these suggestions because is it not the case already that people are trying to cut back?
Yeah, good morning, Matt and Mon. Yeah, absolutely extraordinary comments to be made by the Reserve Bank Governor and actually completely insensitive to what's actually happening in the marketplace. And as you said, we know these things are comments that are made by the Reserve Bank have actually already happened. It's not like people haven't already cut back on their spending, taken up other jobs. And to me, it shows a real lack of detachment from reality of what human life's all about. These things have already happened. And I think sometimes these people get so buried in the analytic data that they're looking at, they forget about the human data, the human consequence of actually what's happening. And that needs to be seriously looked at in this time.
What would have been a helpful comment from the Governor?
Probably to say nothing, to be honest with you, and not to move interest rates again.
Yeah, and you've talked about that too. You've said that you found it mind-blowing that lots of people predicted that we'd be in this situation, except the Reserve Bank.
Yes, that too is rather extraordinary. I mean, this has been coming for a long time, and I've been in this industry for decades, and even I could foresee, 18 months ago, these rates were going to rise, and in the past, there were comments made by the Governor that nothing was going to happen until 2024, and that certainly was a long way off the mark. And we're now stuck in a situation that we are. We can't change that at this point in time. We've got to try and find a way to navigate through these really challenging times.
Peter, you're right. We absolutely can't change the reality as it stands. But in your view, what should have happened? Would you have liked to see these rates raised over a longer period?
Yeah, Matt, they should have started a long time ago to take smaller increments to increase the cash rate. But also, more so today, there's not enough time to actually stop and look at the impacts of what they've already done. So really, they should be pausing any review of interest rates for at least 3, possibly 4 months to see the flow-on effect of what's happened. Because a lot of the reactions that they're working on is data from 2 to 3 months ago. It's not like it's showing what happened at the end of last month. So they need to see the flow-on effect, and they're not. And this is what is creating so much pain for people.
Okay, one of the flow-on effects, I mean, apart from people just struggling just to pay their mortgage, people out there looking to get a mortgage, and with every interest rate rise, their borrowing capacity is lowering. How's that affecting people?
Yeah, it's extraordinary. It's having a major impact on people around the country. So yes, Mon, you're completely correct. Every time these rates go up, it gets further and further away from people being able to afford to actually even enter the marketplace, let alone those that are already existing borrowers staying in the marketplace. And it's a really difficult time, and especially with property prices, the way they're moving around, you get to a point where you think, oh, great, I've got enough deposit to actually go buy a place. Maybe the deposit isn't enough, and then, heck, I can't even afford the repayments now, because one of the challenges when you go for a loan is there's this thing called a buffer rate that they put on top of the variable rate to assess your ability to make repayments. And that's what's killing the marketplace at the moment and needs to be reassessed by APRA, who's the regulator of the banks, to reduce this buffer rate so that people can afford to take up opportunities to enter the marketplace, but also to be able to salvage the challenges they're having with their existing lender with the rates just going up and up and up.
Yep, difficult times. All right, Peter White, thanks so much.